A wonderful day, grade 9 students! Welcome to the SDO-VALENZUELA Live Science 9, where learning is fun. Are you ready for today's fun-filled learning experience? But wait, before we begin, let me give you some reminders to observe during our live discussion. First, use your real name. Choose a workspace that is suitable for learning. Take down notes during class. Use the comment box appropriately and respect one another. Now, please get your learner's module in science, your pen and notebook. If you're ready, let's begin with a review of your past lesson. I will ask you 3 questions and choose if your answer is A or B. Type your answer in the comment box. You have 5 seconds to answer. If you are ready, let us start. This is number 1. It refers to the variety of living species on Earth, including plants, animals, bacteria, and fungi. Is it A, biodiversity, or B, population? Type your answers now. Time's up. The answer is A, biodiversity. Next. It refers to the average number of individuals in a population per unit of area or volume. Is it A, population distribution, or B, population density? Type your answers now. Time's up. The answer is B, population density. This is the last question. It is the disappearance of a species when the last of its members die. Is it A, extinction, or B, endangered? Type your answers now. Time's up. The answer is A, extinction. Did you get all the correct answers? Amazing, grade 9 students! Now, let's proceed to our learning objectives. For today's session, you are expected to relate physical plant characteristics to their functions, differentiate light-dependent and light-independent reactions, enumerate the evidence of photosynthesis, and explain the factors that affect the rate of photosynthesis. Exciting, right? Before we start our discussion, let's have a short game first. Let's play Decode Me. You will identify the hidden word by using and combining the first letter of each picture. Look at this example. The first picture is a sun, which starts with S. The second picture is a cat, which starts with C. The third picture is Instagram, which starts with I. The fourth picture is an elephant, which starts with E. The fifth picture is a notebook, which starts with N. The sixth picture is a clock, which starts with C. And the last picture is an I, which starts with E. The hidden word is science. Now it's your turn. You have 10 seconds to decode the word and type your answer in the comment box. Are you ready? Let's start. What is the hidden word in these pictures? The timer starts now. Time's up. The hidden word is plant. Great. Next. What is the hidden word in these pictures? The timer starts now. Time's up. The hidden word is light. Great. How about these pictures? What is the hidden word in these pictures? The timer starts now. Time's up. The hidden word is water. Amazing! Job well done, students! All those words are connected with our topic today, the plants. Plants are great food providers. Let us think about how plants make their food. To answer the question, let me take you to a place where a lot of plants are found, and that is the forest. Welcome to the forest. This time, let's go back to the question. How do plants make their food? Plants make their food through photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create oxygen and energy in the form of sugar or glucose. The chemical formula for photosynthesis is 6CO2 plus 6H2O will yield to C6H12O6 plus 6O2. The cells of the roots absorb water from the soil. The water passes from the root system to the xylem vessels in the stem until it reaches the leaves. Carbon dioxide is absorbed from the atmosphere through the pores in the leaves called stomata. The leaves also contain chloroplasts that captured by the chlorophyll. Photosynthesis primarily takes place in the leaves and little or none in stems depending on the presence of chlorophyll. This image shows the typical parts of the leaves: the upper and lower epidermis, mesophyll, stomata, and vascular bundles. The upper and lower epidermis is the outer layer of the leaf that controls the amount of water that is lost through transpiration. The cuticle is a waxy layer covering the leaf. It reduces the rate of water loss from the leaf surface. Next is the stomata. These are the pores or holes in the leaves that are responsible for the exchange of gases between the plant leaves and the atmosphere. The plants also have mesophyll. These photosynthetic or parenchyma cells are located between the upper and lower epidermis. These cells contain chloroplasts. The vascular bundles are tissues that form the transport system of the plant. Vascular bundles consist of xylem and phloem vessels that transport water, dissolved minerals, and food to and from the leaves. Carbon dioxide and oxygen are collected in the spongy layer and enter and exit the leaves through the stomata. Chloroplasts are organelles found in plant cells and eukaryotic algae that conduct photosynthesis. Inside the chloroplast is the chlorophyll. It is a pigment in leaves that absorbs other colors from sunlight but reflects green light. Therefore, leaves appear green in color. The parts of the chloroplast are the outer and inner membrane, stroma, granum, thylakoid, and lumen. The outer membrane contains porins, a class of proteins whose molecules can form channels large enough to allow the passage of small ions and molecules through cellular membranes, and is, therefore, freely permeable to small molecules. The inner membrane separates the stroma from the intermembrane space. The stroma is the region outside the thylakoids but inside the chloroplast. The thylakoids are sac-like membrane inside the chloroplast. The granum is a stack of thylakoids. The last is the lumen, which is enclosed by the thylakoid membrane network of the chloroplast. It is the compartment where molecular oxygen is produced from water during photosynthetic light-dependent reactions. Those are the parts of the leaf and chloroplast. Now, let us play another game entitled Like or Heart. In this game, I will ask you 3 questions and you will send a like emoji if your answer is in the like sign, or send a heart emoji if your answer is in the heart sign. Send your answers in the comment box. You have 10 seconds to answer. This is the first question. Photosynthesis uses sunlight, water, and blank. The word in the like sign is oxygen, while carbon dioxide is in the heart sign. Is it like or heart? Time's up. The answer is heart, carbon dioxide. This is the second question. These are the pores or holes in the leaves that are responsible for the exchange of gases. Stomata is in like sign, while vascular bundle is in heart sign. Is it like or heart? Time's up. The answer is like emoji, stomata. This is the last question. Organelles are found in plant cells and eukaryotic algae that conduct photosynthesis. Chloroplast is in like sign, while chlorophyll is in heart sign. Is it like or heart? Time's up. The answer is like emoji, chloroplast. Job well done, students! Now, let us discuss the 2 stages of photosynthesis, the light-dependent and light-independent reactions. The light-dependent reaction happens with the presence of light. It occurs in the thylakoid membrane and converts light energy to chemical energy. The raw materials used in the light-dependent reaction are light and water. The products of this reaction are oxygen, ATP, and NADPH. ATP is an energy storage molecule. NADPH is an electron carrier or donor molecule. Both ATP and NADPH will be used in the next stage of photosynthesis, and that is the light-independent reaction, which is also known as the Calvin cycle. It takes place in the stroma. This reaction can take place without the presence of light, but the process requires ATP and NADPH, which were created using light in the first stage. The raw materials used in the light-independent reaction are carbon dioxide, ATP, and NADPH. This reaction will create glucose as its product. This diagram shows how the light-dependent and light-independent reactions take place in the chloroplast. Now, let's play again like or heart. I will ask you 3 questions and you will send a like emoji if your answer is in the like sign, or send a heart emoji if your answer is in the heart sign. Type your answers in the comment box. You have 10 seconds to answer. Are you ready? Let's start! The first question is, it occurs in the thylakoid membrane. Like sign is light-dependent reaction, while heart sign is light-independent reaction. Is it like or heart? The answer is light-dependent reaction. The second question is, it uses carbon dioxide, ATP, and NADPH. Like sign is light-dependent reaction, while heart sign is light-independent reaction. Is it like or heart? Time's up. The answer is heart, light-independent reaction. This is the last question. It is the product of the light-independent reaction. Like sign is oxygen, while heart sign is glucose. Is it like or heart? Time's up. The answer is heart, glucose. Great job, grade 9 students! Now, let's think again. How can we prove that photosynthesis exists? In science, evidence is important to prove the existence of a specific event. In photosynthesis, the rate of sugar in the form of starch in the leaves is a strong evidence that plants undergo photosynthesis. Starch can be detected by the iodine test. During this test, a leaf is boiled in water and boiled in ethanol until it decolorizes. The decolorized leaf is then washed with water and a few drops of iodine solution are placed on it. If the leaf turns blue-black, starch is present. Next is the rate of carbon dioxide uptake. In an experiment, a leaf attached to the potted plant is enclosed in the flask containing caustic soda solution, so that the carbon dioxide inside the flask will be absorbed. The potted plant is exposed to sunlight for several hours. The two leaves, one inside the flask and the other outside the flask, are plucked and tested for starch. If the leaf inside the flask does not show a blue-black color, it indicates the absence of starch. The experiment shows that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis to take place. The last is the rate of oxygen output. An experiment was conducted using elodea, a water plant, and other laboratory materials. After the process of the experiment, it shows that oxygen is given off as a byproduct during photosynthesis. The bubbles in the picture are the oxygen emitted by the plant. Thinking time again. What are the factors that affect the rate of photosynthesis? The factors affecting the rate of photosynthesis are light intensity, carbon dioxide concentration, and temperature. Without enough light, a plant cannot photosynthesize very quickly. At high intensities, the temperature of the plant increases, which leads to increased transpiration in the plant. This leads to the closing of the stomata, which leads to a reduced carbon dioxide intake. Leading to a reduction means stoppage of photosynthesis. Therefore, excessive light inhibits photosynthesis. A high concentration of carbon dioxide will increase the rate of photosynthesis. But beyond a certain limit, a carbon dioxide that starts to accumulate in the plant leads to slowing down the process. So, excessive carbon dioxide inhibits photosynthesis, especially when it starts to accumulate. The rate of photosynthesis increases with an increase in temperature until it reaches the optimum level for that plant. Beyond the optimum levels on both sides of the normal range, the enzymes are deactivated or destroyed, and photosynthesis stops. Let's play again like our heart. I will ask you 3 questions and you will send a like emoji if your answer is in the like sign, or send a heart emoji if your answer is in the heart sign. Send your answers in the comment box. You have 10 seconds to answer. Are you ready? Let's start. This is the first question. The presence of starch in leaves is evidence for photosynthesis. Comment like emoji if it's true, while heart if it's false. Is it like or heart? Time's up! The answer is true. The presence of starch in the leaves is evidence of photosynthesis. This is the second question. A plant can produce starch even without carbon dioxide. Comment like if it's true, while heart if it's false. Is it a like or a heart? Time's up! The answer is heart. False. Carbon dioxide is essential in the process of photosynthesis to produce starch. This is the last question. Without enough light, a plant cannot photosynthesize quickly. Like is true while heart is false. Is it like or heart? Time's up. The answer is like, which means that the given statement is true. Amazing, students! It's time for us to go back to our classroom. Always remember, students, photosynthesis is a food manufacturing process that needs raw materials and supply of energy in the form of light. Photosynthesis happens in the chloroplast of plant cells. There are 2 stages of photosynthesis, light-dependent and light-independent reactions. The rate of oxygen output, rate of carbon dioxide uptake, and the rate of sugar or starch production are evidence of photosynthesis. The factors affecting the rate of photosynthesis are light intensity, carbon dioxide concentration, and temperature. Don't forget to answer your Week 6 module, Activity 1 to Activity 4, pages 30 to 35. You may rewatch this video for your reference. It is time for us to answer some questions about our topic. This is the first question. Do the stomata open and close? Well, the answer is yes. Stomata are typically open during the day to favor carbon dioxide diffusion when light is available for photosynthesis, and it closes at night to limit transpiration and save water. This is the second question. What happens to plants during nighttime? At nighttime, the plants burn the stored starch from photosynthesis to fuel continued growth. This is the last question. Why are plants beneficial? Physically, plants contribute to a cleaner, healthier air for us to breathe, thus improving our well-being and comfort. Plants make our surroundings more pleasant and make us feel calmer. Thank you, grade 9 students, for watching today's session in FB Valenzuela Life Science 9. I hope you learned and enjoyed this session. Again, this is Miss Lolita Cornelius, your science teacher. Take care and God bless everyone.